YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Sergi J in 4K. Welcome back to the channel. Today I do have another unboxing for you, very similar to my last unboxing that I did, which definitely got a lot of reviews, a lot of views, should I say? So I do appreciate that. Today we're just gonna get into it. You're looking at the title, so you know what this is. I normally like to try to do an unboxing, but Scuf definitely tapes the hell out of these boxes, which is good. I'm not complaining. But I'm not going to do the unboxing portion of the box because, again, we're not here for the box. We're here for the controller. So, as I mentioned in my last video, I did want to go ahead and initially, obviously, the only one that they released when they released the Scuf Reflex was the regular one, not the FPS. Now, obviously, I play a lot of FPS games, so the version that I wanted was the FPS controller, which we do have here. It didn't come out right away. I think that video I released sometime it was December, I want to say, maybe November. I'll have to check the date on that. So it's 2022 now, so the controller is out, and they've been dropping these a bit. I don't think I've seen too many reviews on this. Again, it's not something that's kind of hard to get your hands on. They have a queue system, whereas the first controller that I unboxed last time, you didn't really have a queue system on that one. That one was just pretty much first come, first serve, but obviously a lot of people got mad, so they changed it up. The color I got was kind of like a whitish gray. Not the color I would have chosen personally. I would prefer to have like either blue or red, but whatever. I'm not complaining because, again, this is the FPS style. It's where you have the click buttons. So here's the controller itself. As you can see here, the grip on these, I will say, is amazing. The one thing I'm noticing right off the bat is that this controller is a lot lighter than regular PlayStation controllers or the last Scuf that I had. Reasoning behind that is the rumble motors, which I'm assuming probably sit right here, are actually gone. They've taken them out of this controller because obviously when you're playing FPS games, at least for myself, I disable the rumble feature myself. So, I mean, if they're out, you're looking at a lighter controller, easier to function. Now, these do come with 2 additional sticks. I will show you in the box in case if you didn't watch my last video. But, you can link that in the description as well so you can see what it comes with. So you do get the accessories. Let's see if that picks that up there. The camera won't pick it up. But this is pretty much the accessories that are inside here. You get a cable, I want to say. Yeah, you get the cable. Scuf looking cable pretty much to match the back of the cord, or pretty much the back here. The paddles on the back are actually that same kind of material, and then you do also get 2 additional thumbsticks. One is a longer one, which is kind of cool. So you have the longer one, and then you have just, I believe, the shorter one, which is the same thing. Now, I will say off the bat, the only thing that does suck, obviously, is when you do, because if you play FPS games, oftentimes you do want the longer one on the right-hand side. So I will be switching that out, obviously. But the only thing that I'm not a fan of that kind of sucks is that this is obviously black, whereas these stock are gray. Whatever. I can get used to that, though. So pretty much that's all you really get in the box. Now, the box, obviously, you do get the safety information. I'm just reading safety information there, but this is pretty much the instructions. Tells you how to remap the buttons. I can tell you remapping the buttons on this is super easy. You're just going to hold down this button in the back, and then you pretty much will map the button, the paddle, should I say, to whatever button you want to play on, and that's pretty much how you map them. Now, the one thing, and obviously I've saved this because I have been waiting on this. Again, don't get me wrong. The last one that I had, the regular Reflex Pro, again, the difference with the models, I don't have the ability, well, I don't have the computer with me right now. I could show you. But pretty much the difference is the regular Scuf Reflex that they have is just basically everything's the same. It's basically like a PlayStation controller, just with the back buttons on it. It doesn't have the grip on it, so that's the difference between the regular one and this grip that comes on the Pro and the Reflex. And then obviously with the Reflex FPS, this one has the click triggers, which I don't know how well that's picking that up. And then also has the rumble motors are removed and the grip on the back, obviously. So this is just pretty much a quick hands-on. If you have any questions, I know a lot of people were reaching out for questions for the last video. The last controller, believe it or not, I switched to PC from PlayStation, so I actually got rid of the last controller because it didn't have the adaptive triggers, or I didn't need the adaptive triggers, excuse me. I just wanted shorter triggers because obviously if I'm playing FPS games, that's primarily what I'm going with is a shorter pull. I don't want a longer one. So these obviously are going to do the job for sure. So if you want me to do like an update on, after time, I can. I'm currently using the Elite Series 2 controller, the Xbox one, just because obviously that one, pretty good controller. I know a lot of people, a lot of you probably on here as well, hear that you've had a lot of issues with it. I actually have not had one, but again, I've only had the controller for like 2 months. So definitely a nice controller. The grip on this controller, I will say, is way better than the Elite controller. That's why I did go back to the PlayStation one. Now, again, I mean, if you're playing on a PlayStation 5, and this is a go-to. If you're on PC, I mean, you can play pretty much Xbox or PlayStation style controllers. This style to me is just awesome. I mean, it's comfortable, it's lighter, whereas the Elite Series 2 will still obviously have the rumble motors in there, so it is a heavier. It's a more premium feeling than this. This definitely feels a little more plasticky, but this is not too bad. Now for swapping, and I know I showed this on my last one, but pretty much let me show you how you swap these out again. This is very easy for the joysticks. This bottom piece will pull off here. You have the 2 tabs. Well, excuse me, you have to, I guess, pop it out from here. So you pretty much pop it out from here. And then as you do that, the whole top will come off. And see, there you go. So from there you have the inner workings, as you would say. Obviously, we're going to pull the top one off here, the right top one. Once you pull that off, you're left with pretty much just the inside there. Now again, we're going with the longer one. Now, I know a lot of you are probably complaining that it didn't have like a concave top one, like a concave taller one. But personally, I like the dome style better myself, so that actually works for me. And then pretty much to put it back in. Now this space here is very light, so definitely try not to break this. But there's 2 holes up top right here that this slides into here. These pretty much you slot them in. And then you'll see it all just pretty much, you just slap it back together. And then you do obviously have to snap everything in back here. And then from there we have our controller. So this is how I'm going to play it. And again, I'm playing on PC. So definitely if you have any questions on this controller, definitely go ahead and leave them in the description for me. And again, I'll do an update later on, what I think of the FPS. I'll tell you the click style, I definitely like that. That's awesome. I feel like it should help with FPS games. I mainly play Warzone, so that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I mean, definitely stick by, stick through, watch the channel. If you haven't already and you're watching this, I know we did pick up a lot of subscribers from the last video, but if you're not one of those subscribers yet, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. And as well, if you want to watch me play, I'll throw my Twitch in the description as well, because we will be getting that up and running sometime soon. But until then, guys, it's your boy Sergi J with my first hands-on review of the Scuf Reflex FPS. Thank you for watching, guys. Take it easy.